Last week we discussed that what is a non-meditative state. Before that, we understood what is a meditative state in which we discover our true nature, that is permanent peace, happiness, love, and the wisdom. And before that, in couple of sessions, we understood emptying the mind of its content leads us to the mindfulness. Empty the mind of you. That will lead you to the state of mindfulness. Yes, I'm also talking about my own mind also. So now next question comes, empty the mind of its content. So what is the content of the mind? Thoughts. And what is a thought? Our next question is. The entire Eastern wisdom follows three-step approach. First, it tells you the principle so that you should remember it, recall it whenever you have a challenge. But second step is you understand it clearly. What is that meaning of understanding clearly? No doubt. Clarity, conviction. Michelle, I don't see you smiling. Yeah. So, yeah. So, and so once we have a clarity and a conviction, then what happens? Then we can easily, the intellect inspires us to practice. So how I translate the three steps, I don't know. Let me know it. I don't understand. Let me understand it. I don't experience. Let me practice it. Clear? So now our fifth sutra says, thought. All the thoughts in the mind are painful or non-painful. First attribute of a thought. And the second attribute, it says that you collect all the thoughts, whatever you remember, since your childhood until now. All these thoughts can be categorized into 5 groups. See the simplicity. So out of the 5 groups, I know which is causing me the problem and which is causing me the pleasure. And I can categorize them. I can instantly say goodbye to you. This thought, I don't need you. But the master is saying, first step, all these thoughts are painful and non-painful. He doesn't say that some thoughts are full of pleasure, other thoughts are painful. He says painful and not painful. That we need to understand. But before that, we want to know what is this thought means. So understand. Let me give you a algebra equation of a thought. Thought is equal to object plus I am. I'm going to attend a session. So I am is there in that thought, and a session is an object. Michelle was saying, I have an autoimmune disorder. So autoimmune disorder is an object, and I am. I like smartphones. So smartphone is an object plus I am. So every thought has thought plus I am. I am stressed. Stress plus I am. You see that? I'm happy. Happy plus I am. This is what the thought is. Now, question is, do we understand object 1? Do we understand who am I? We have to go step by step. Clarity, understanding. Why the master is saying every thought is painful or not painful. He is not saying that any thought gives you permanent happiness. Happiness is a state of consciousness, state of the mind. It has nothing to do with the thought. So he's clarifying it. Understand that. So now let us go to the first part, I am. So who is this I am? Am I the body-mind complex? I'm not the body. I'm not the mind. But if I claim I am the body and the mind, and then I have a thought, it is painful and non-painful. Are you getting it? Not very typical, simple. I know I am not the body and the mind. When I have a sickness in the body, I claim that I am sick. I never say my body is sick. I am okay. And when you are okay, you should attend all the sessions, Michelle. Let the body be sick. Body suffers from autoimmune disorder. Is the mind suffers from it? Are you suffering from it? Answer is no. This is one aspect. Well, if you say that I don't know who am I, you are talking all about real nature, true nature, pure consciousness, permanent peace and happiness. I don't know. Accept it. So if you don't know, are you ready? Are you sincere? Are you committed to undertake a journey? So simple. You don't know, you claim it. I have not seen it. I have not experienced. That is what is all about our session, because meditation reveals the knowledge of who am I. So question comes, are you committed? Are you sincere? You will find it. Now come to the object. Did you understand? Thought is equal to object plus I am. We are understanding that. The master says all these thoughts are painful, non-painful, and can be categorized into 5 groups. If there is no thought that I am stressed, how can you be stressed? Think of it. If we are taught the word stress means smile, and if I say, do you have a stress? You see, Mead has started smiling. Stress means smile. You see that? How deeper the profound psychology the Eastern wisdom has. So now we come to the object. Every object has an essential nature and every object has a superficial nature. That I think I made it clear in the beginning. I eat candy. Candy is sweet. Is candy really sweet? It is because of the sugar. Sugar is the essential nature of candy, and the candy is superficial nature. It has different shade, color, form. Like our real nature has that sweetness of permanent peace and happiness. But outer nature, what is the outer form? Outer form, you see that there are 6 people are here. They all have different shape, size, gender, color, taste, habit, behavior. This is all our outer covering. The real nature is one, the sweetness is one. But we are discussing about thoughts. And we have understood thought is equal to object plus I am. And then we are understanding how many thoughts we have, millions and trillions. Let us go back to the object. The entire world has only 3 groups of objects. In our tradition, we say Desh, Kal, Vastu. Desh means location, space. Kal means time. Vastu means object. That also includes people. Anything that has a name in the form is object. Clear? So can you start living in awareness from today by expressing any thought to your honey, to your near and dear ones, to a stranger, to your friend? Object plus I am. Object plus I am. Now you have a wrong notion. Say, for example, what is that wrong notion? That I am a wife. Honey, why don't you listen to me? No, example. You can add to anything. So because you have become wife, you like something that you want your honey to do it, and if he doesn't do it, that thought is painful. Am I right? Huh? Mead, I feel, is a professor. She teaches to her students. So you become the teacher. Students doesn't listen to you. Listen to you, it is non-painful. It's okay. That's a part of the game. That's a part of my profession. But even if no student, even a single student doesn't listen to you, thought becomes painful. Are you getting it? So why it has become painful? Because I created a wrong notion about myself as a teacher or as a wife or as a husband or as a teacher. As a teacher, I have to speak what is right based on the teachings of the masters. You listen to me, very good. You don't listen to me, still it is very good. You will not change. What should I do? So I have an easy life. Coming back, thought, object plus I am. If I create a wrong notion about I am, the thought will be either painful or non-painful. If I have a wrong notion about the object, I still have a thought that is painful and non-painful. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Now, object thought is equal to object plus I am. Do I know do I have a right knowledge about the object? If I have a right knowledge about the object, there is no problem. If I have a wrong perception about an object, object includes people, anything in the world, anything that has a name in the form. So if I have a right perception, there is no problem. But if I have a wrong perception, then that thought is either painful or non-painful. And that creates the mess in the mind. That leads to stress, anxiety, duality, conflict, problem, suffering. Are you getting it? Now you get it? And those thoughts which are painful continues to repeat in the mind again and again and again and again. Your honey has done 100 things right according to your liking. And if he or she has done one thing wrong, do you understand painful and non-painful? But it is painful and non-painful because I have a wrong perception. That thought has a wrong perception. It has a wrong notion. What is the wrong notion? Because you are my honey, so you must agree with me. Whatever I say, you must like. Are you getting it? Is it a right perception or a wrong perception? Think of that. Object, you don't have a right knowledge. I am, you don't have a right perception of who am I. Then the thoughts never leaves you. That is why you say, my mind is wandering. My mind is crazy today. Who is responsible? Ask yourself, who is responsible? I am responsible for these creation of these thoughts by the wrong notions and the wrong ideas. Are you listening? Are you understanding that point? So Master in the 5th Sutra says, 5th formula, you can say the formula says, all these thoughts that are painful and non-painful. Go back to the 2nd Sutra. What is mindfulness? Empty the mind of the content. What is these content? These contents are thoughts. Isn't it logical? So now see that if my mind lives with the right perception of who am I, and I have a right perception about every object, including the person and the people, what will happen to the mind? Mind is calm. Mind is relaxed. Are you getting it? This is my house. Do you have any wrong perception about the house that in which you live? Let us go deeper. When you nod your head, none, I don't. So let us go to it. Do you have any wrong perception about your gender? One day you wake up in the morning and you say, no, I'm a man. No, I have to find out whether I'm a man. You see, thought enters into your mind when the mind is confused. When the confusion is there, when you have a wrong perception about an object, about you, about who you are. You wake up in the morning and you say, I'm a great husband and I have a, what we say, dash, I don't want to use. I'm a wonderful husband and I have dash wife. But you are not husband. You are a man first. It's the wrong perception. So when you live with the wrong perception, it will create number of thoughts. Are you understanding that? Now you understand. Do you know your house? Yes, you have a right perception. You don't land up to neighbor's house. And sometimes you don't knock the neighbor's home. Oh, honey, I'm late. You don't say that. You see that? Because my mind moves with a wrong perception. From where the wrong perception comes? From a thought. What is the thought? Is object plus I am. So I have a clarity about the object. I have a clarity about who am I. The problem is not there. The mind is not wandering. Are you getting it? Simple. So what is the way, the method? Am I living with the right perception, the right knowledge 24/7? I made it a thumb rule and nose. When my honey speaks, I keep quiet. When she doesn't speak, I still keep quiet, so I have no problem. I have no problem. So gradually what happens? The other person understands the power of your silence. You don't have any grudge. And gradually what happens, because you are doing it with a consciously, you are doing it with awareness, you experience the calmness within. That calmness vibrates all around you and knows everything about me, so I'm speaking openly. Nothing to hide. You see that? That is what the journey of meditation is. So when I understand that any thought enters as an unwanted guest, keeps the wrong notion in it. You don't want to think, but still the thought enters into your mind. What should I do? I should become aware. Are you getting it? So briefly, and then we will take up these. So it says all these thoughts can be categorized into 5 groups. One group of thought gives you a fact, a right perception. Fact. I'm a man before I'm a husband. So let me continue to be as a man. What is wrong perception? Then second category enters into the mind that is full of wrong perception. What is wrong perception? You see, my honey is not listening to me. What should I do? One, any object, any honey is an object. I'm driving a car, and then the red light comes, and then I start hammering the steering. What happened to this city? There's a red light. Hold on. Wait. Calmly. So wrong perception. Second category. Third category is imagination, fancy. We live in fancy and imagination. Wow, if had my parents been rich, you don't have a choice. Fancy and imaginative thoughts. Recognize them, throw them out. Let me live on the facts. Fourth is memory. Memory. You see that? This beard guy made me crazy last time. So anytime I meet you, your mind retrieves that memory. It happens with the near and the dear ones, much more than the strangers. See that fourth category? And you'll be surprised. The fifth category. The fifth category, this master says, is sleep. Sleep. We will understand that. How the sleep also comes into the category of 5 groups of thoughts. How much time you paid attention to me, listening to me? 100%? So if it is 90%, 10% belongs to that sleep. Simple. Where your house is located. So you will send me the exact address. I'll put the zip code and I will reach to your house. Clear? How much you are clear about these principles that I taught to you? You listen to these principles and you are clear. Your life is full of peace. Where is the problem? But it doesn't happen. It is not 100% attention. The mind goes somewhere. A single thought I speak, your mind associate with the corresponding thought related to the memory or fancies or wrong perception. You don't understand, how my honey is. Once I will tell you, then you will see I carry the entire burden on my shoulder since I got married. What a fun. Are you living in wrong perception? So till the time you have lost attention, the grasping of the mind is not clear. In those moments you are sleeping. How much time we sleep during the day? Are you getting it? How much time we are sleeping during the day? My mind has made up the mind that I'm not going to listen to you. Now you speak the best thing. It is a right knowledge. It is a fact, and still I'm not listening to you. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I force my wrong notion to play with you. What happens? Mind is wandering. Mind is crazy. Mind is reactive. Mind is blaming. Can you succeed in meditation? Answer is no. I'll make these two principles clear again. Close your eyes. Let us start our journey. Eyes are closed. In the stage 1, be mindful of every thought that comes to you. It comes with an object plus I am. So eyes are closed gently and you are aware of the body. You feel the body. The body is steady. And then you look inside. Where you look inside the head or you look inside the heart. Where you look inside the heart, in the space. What you look inside the space, you look at a point in the space and you will find that point sparks with the calmness. It is here and now. So we start our journey with experience of a spark of calmness which is present, for which you did nothing. And then we settle down to continue to experience that calmness. So look at the neck joint. So when I say look at the neck joint, it becomes you aware of the neck joint. Means you know where the neck joint is located. And the mind is there. And the mind is there. You feel the sensation, comfortable and steadiness. Shoulder joints, the moment I say, you know it is an object. I'm conveying a thought process, you see? And that thought, you simply look at the shoulder joint, an object who is looking, I am. At that moment, this I am is only awareness. Can I live into that awareness all the time? I am. And that is why you experience sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. Look at the hip joint. Be there, feel the sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. The entire body. Entire body. Sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. When I say you to look at your bedroom or living room, does your mind react? If it reacts, you have a wrong perception. I'm simply saying, look at the body and the experiences, sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. We move deeper, being carefree. Being carefree. Fan is running, I see. In Michelle room. It is separate from me. The same way all these thoughts are running in the mind, they are separate and different from me. Am I the thought? No. Can I see all the thoughts are moving? Let it come. Let it stay. Let it leave. Is what is being carefree. Does the water has a problem when it converts into the waves on the surface of an ocean, and deep inside the water remains calm? Nothing happens. My master used to say, step back. Any thought comes, step back. Know it. Step back, know it, treat it. How to treat it? Do nothing. Oh, you're different from me. It may happen during the practice that your mind may say, oh, that guy is crazy. Your memory retrieves. What do you say? Oh, it's a thought. Separate. You strip the energy from that thought by being separate. That is being carefree. We'll continue our journey in the stage 2 to purify the mind. Why we should purify the mind? Now you understand? To have a clarity, to have a right perception. So looking inside the rib cage, and your focus deep inside the heart at a point in the calmness, and start breathing. Quick, short, and playful breath from both the nostrils as if you are playing. And stop it. Experience the change in terms of the sensation. The body remains steady. Understand one thing clearly. Meditation is a discovery of our true nature, what you truly are. Are you your experiences? No. So when any experience comes, recognize them, accept them, and continue the journey. That is the key element in any meditation. So the body is steady, the mind is within. Start breathing deep, silent, and slow. First, you inhale into the belly. You find a movement in the belly, expansion. Continue into the rib cage. Take your own time. And while exhaling, first you exhale from the belly, it goes down, and then the rib cage. That is the pattern our masters guide us. It is known as the deep one, silent two, slow three tags. Breathing. Why deep, silent, and slow? By regulating the breath with a conscious awareness, induces calmness and moves the mind within. Our goal is to move the mind within. But then there is one thing. There are many thoughts that can trigger at any time. They are unknown to me. That is why we use the humming sound, but with a focus inside the forehead. So during every exhalation, start doing the humming sound louder, deeper, and longer. And every inhalation is deep, silent, and slow. Your inhalation takes time, so your exhalation, every time it becomes deeper and deeper. Awareness is maintained deep inside the forehead. Please continue. And stop this humming, but continue inhaling deep, silent, and slow. We will check consciously that if there are impressions present at this moment that may trigger into the thoughts, and that will take my mind outside. Or, in other way, we will prevent it. So as you inhale, move the mind from the crown of the head into the spine, reaching the tailbone in the space. You're simply aware of the space inside the spine. While exhaling, move the mind from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Simple. Every breath is deeper than the previous breath. 2 points. Now the third point. As you inhale, and the mind is moving inside the spine from the crown of the head to the tailbone, drop with a love and emotion. Om Shanti. Again, you see the space. Om Shanti. The breath is continuing. Then again you see the space. Om Shanti. You reach to the tailbone and you start exhaling. Move the mind from the tailbone. See the space. Om Shanti. Again you see the space. Om Shanti. Om Shanti means there is infinite, all-pervading peace is within me. So you reach to the crown of the head. Exhalation is complete. Again, the next inhalation. Continue. You're comfortable in deep breathing, deep, silent, and slow. You do not overstretch. If the mind perceives that your mind is reacting to the breath, you make it little slower, deeper, or you make it little lighter. No issue. We are going to work on the mind. We are not going to enforce a discipline on the mind. The moment you enforce a discipline, the mind reacts because of the past habit, conditioning. We don't want that. Continue. Yeah, dropping Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Body is steady. It's a very important principle that I'll discuss in detail. When the body is steady consciously, breath is moving deep, silent, and slow, we add Om Shanti with awareness of the space inside that keeps the mind living within. What is our goal? Mind should live within. Consciously, not when I say it, but you experience, yes, it is true. No blind belief, my friends. You will experience tingling, numbness, freezing, heaviness in the body. That's a good sign. Recognize, accept, continue. You see that? I'll also hint about these common experiences, even though every individual has unique experience. Even if the practice is one. Continue, my friends. Now leave this step. We'll go a little deeper. Look at the head and the neck as if the mind is touching every cell of the skin of the head and the neck. Sometime under the shower, you feel the coolness as if it is melting down your skin. Same way, you are touching every cell of the skin of the head and the neck, your mind. And you will experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. When I say sensation, means variety of sensation. Now look inside the head and the neck in the space and explore the space within and the sensation inside the head and any sensation. Why? The mind consciously discovers. That discovery is not important. If it discovers, it simply means the mind is living within. You have it. That is the point. But even though, look at the right arm, move the mind on the cell of every skin of the right arm, from the shoulder to the fingertips, and experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Then look inside, move the mind inside the right arm. Be there in the space is easily known. But in that space, become aware of any sensation that is different from the sensation on the skin. You got it. The mind is living within. Left arm. What will happen? The body, you will experience the body starts freezing, tingling, numbness, heaviness, sinking into the ground or rising up. A lot of other experiences. I'll tell you why. The mind moves on the left arm, on the skin, and you experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness on the skin, outside. And inside, space, sensation. Mind is living within. I have always been saying mindfulness or meditation is so simple if you understand clearly, moving within, living within, awakening within. Look at the middle portion of the body from the shoulder to the waist. Outside, on the skin. Experience sensation, relaxation, and what? And stillness. And inside the heart, just be there. Space and the sensation. Right leg, outside, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside, inside, calmness and space and sensation. Left leg. We are not scanning. The mind is moving on the cell, every cell of the skin of the left leg. And that triggers the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Look inside. Space in the sensation. So you authenticate the mind is living within. The entire body, from the crown of the head to the toes. Outside. Sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Inside. Space in the sensation. Space in the sensation, the mind is living within. If I say from inside, look at the breath that is going in and out. Do not change the rate and the rhythm of the breath. You may have something somewhat aware. Oh, yes, it is. I'm looking from within. The breath is going in and out, feeling no change. And every time the breath goes in, on that track of the breath going in, drop Shantoham, means I am the peace. The breath coming out, you drop Shantoham, I am the peace. So when you drop on the breath going in and coming out, my friends, allow the mind to see the infinite space. I'm with you. And do nothing. Remain as you are in the state of doing nothing. When you live into the state of doing nothing, the mind is living within. It does not prompt you for any action or triggering. Then what happens? A revelation takes place. What I said? Meditation reveals the knowledge of our true nature. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your awareness on the right hand, your awareness on the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes, open the eyes inside the palms. Know your experiences, bring the hands down. We will share our experiences, followed by any question that you have. And never hesitate to meditate even while lying down. Whatever is most comfortable state of your body, the way the John has done, it is the best. Never think that, okay, if I sit and continue to experience pain, so then that meditation becomes a pain meditation, not peace meditation. So gradually you will learn. Gradually your body will be acclimatized and you will say, no, I can sit for an hours together. So bring the hands down. How are you, John?
I'm good. I lay down for the first time, and I think that helped. I liked the ideal of doing and thinking nothing. It was great.
It was great, yes. Live into that state of doing nothing. You got it. You got the main point. That is really good. How are you, Sophie?
I am very good. I felt very warm and the body like stone or very
Yes, that's a good experience.
very detached.
Very
Yeah,
detached,
and very peaceful inside. Yes.
very peaceful inside. That's really good. We'll continue to change these steps based on the principles that we learn every week. How are you, Mead? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I feel a kind of steadiness that came. There was a dropping away of some layer.
Layer, yes.
Yes, a dropping away. And then I began to feel more steady and
More,
calm.
more steady and calm. Understand that part. I recall the teaching of one of the great masters who lived until 1950. He says that the mind is constantly storing the impressions, whatever it perceives. So, in science and in yoga, the concept is the same. Then he says that this mind, which accumulates millions of impressions every day, enters into every cell of the body unorganized. That causes the fatigue. That causes a lot of problems in the body, including other sicknesses. So when you say your experience as if you are becoming steady from within, mind is now organized there. I don't know anything, everything coming from the teaching. How are you, Anne?
My mind feels good, yes.
Feels good. Your mind feels good.
And
It
my
should feel
body.
good all the time. It should feel all good all the time.
Yes. I'll try my
You
best.
look wonderful. You
It's
look very good, Anne.
Oh,
and everyone looks good to me now.
Yeah, everyone.
So let me know if you have any question pertaining to today's lesson. You see that you need to, the moment I say mead, it means I know mead. I become aware of the mead. And at the same time, the third point of awareness, that here is I am, and here is the mead and an object. And that is the thought I expressed. Thought is equal to object plus I am. The moment you are aware of this way, you will see anger, anxiety, reaction, fatigue will never touch you because you are separating. It's such a beautiful principle.
Steady.
You remain unattached to a particular thought. Even if you say, oh, you seem to be too much crazy, but you know, your voice and tone is such that you don't mean that. You see that you're separating it. So, in one way, your life changes, and when someone expresses the same thought, you separate. You are crazy. You separate from the craziness. Thank you very much. I am more crazy than you think. Finished.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Oh,
Your smile has an essence of this. What is the point? The very word crazy has a negative connotation in our mind.
Mhm.
It has an image in my mind.
Yep.
So you get rid of that image. That is why you say, oh, I'm more crazy than you think. Now see that is the way. It is not, it is this way we should understand. It is this way we should understand, and you will see the life